Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Renowned Explorers International Society, the Emperor's Challenge, where we have a very nice run going on. One expedition left. We are doing pretty well in resources, as you can see, and we were quite ahead of Rivalo as well. I don't remember exactly where he was, but I think he was in the 50s or 60s, so we're decently ahead. Remember, our top run ever was 128 points. We'll see how we do on this one. I am curious. Let's start by spending some research. An extra token for study, campaign, and collect whenever we spend insight would be very nice. We'll finish that off, and gain this bonus, which is practically useless at this point, but that's okay. And more gold from study. Alright, so we don't actually have enough to unlock anything else. I would not mind getting enough research to at least unlock engineering, so we have that tool. That could definitely come in handy if we are going to Shangri-La, and that was, again, one of the points of this run. Okay, so let's go ahead and spend some insight. There's no point in not spending all 12 of it, because this is our last world map, so yeah. We will have to decide where we want to spend it, but I think it's going to be pretty obvious that we're going to want to do this. 111 to 172 gold, and 80 to 157 status, in addition to the large amount of research. And we can do this 12 times. So bear with me for a second. We're going to spend a lot of insight. And here we go. Here is our last one. And look at what we are up to here. 4,000 gold, 4,000 campaign, and 1,700 study left. This is the power of Anna. Like, this is what Anna does for you as the crew leader. She is not good in combat. She's never impressed me in any sort of combat situation. Her AoE is terrible. But this is what Anna can do for you. And as long as you have a heavy hitter on your team, in which case we have Harry, and you can use that money and that status to buff him up to extreme power levels, it doesn't matter if Anna's not very good in combat, because she can do incredible things elsewhere. Alright, so what do we want to do with all of this study and status and gold? Well, like I said, I want to unlock engineering, at least unlock it. And I would really like to grab... nothing else here really matters. If we have enough points to somehow get 2 more papers, I would love to get the extra supplies, I guess. So we'll take that. Get more research. And we are short to get our next research paper, which is unfortunate. I don't think there's any way we get it unless we get another discovery token by buying specialty entourages, possibly? We could grab this archaeologist, and instead of teaching something, we can get a treasure hunt. Not thrilled with that. Let's give that to Anna instead. I think I'd rather have Anna having a archaeologist perk at this point. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know how to tell which super token these guys will give you, which is unfortunate. We do have enough to get this. But we already spent... Oh, that was stupid of us. I talked about buying this guy before we spent our insight, and that would have given enough for our extra paper. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. And I regret it. Alright. We could just go ahead and unlock this gal, Master Anthropologist BU, just for the one discovery in the very end. We were going to have probably 2 or 3 encounters, so it would be 3 discovery, but... there's not too much point. Well, okay, well that's too bad. We couldn't get our last supplies, but that's alright. Let's check out our new item shop. This is a decent item shop. It has some specialty gloves in it, which basically do more damage against targets that have a specific mood on them. So if you know you're going to make a target impressed, for instance, and you want to attack them, you get 40% attack, which is pretty incredible. But I rarely find these to be worthwhile in the team comps that I tend to bring, like Harry, which are very strongly AoE based. This is better for specific bosses that you're going to put into a certain state and then just attack them over and over. But these items are very good. rogue sneaking with some armor, but I think he already has rogue sneaking. No, he doesn't actually. So that wouldn't be a bad one right there. Let's grab that for Harry. We have engineer, piloting, and tinkerer with an extra movement, and we don't have either of those, so we definitely want to grab that for Anna. We have the cork hat, which I love. Adjacent allies gain plus 20 armor. It's great. Gives survivalist and athlete stamina. The boomerang is automata. Gives 20% of your grit to your attack, which is pretty good if Anna had any grit, which she doesn't. So for Anna, that's not a good one. But archaeologist, history, and legends adds 15% of your speech to your speech defense. Not bad, not great. It would make her a level 3 archaeologist, but I mean, I don't care that much about having a level 3 archaeologist at this moment. Diplomat, survivalist, spotting. How are we doing on survivalist? We do not have spotting, but he already has a survivalist navigation compass. This would give you plus 10 speech for a pleasant mood, but we're not going to be in a pleasant mood that often, probably. And athlete smashing, gain 10 attack when the mood is hostile, which will be all of the time. So I definitely would like that for Victor. Now remember, Victor's not getting any bonus from tactician formations here, but he is getting the 15% attack, which I think is worthwhile. So I'm going to drop the stamina and gain athlete smashing here, which also gives him 10 attack most of the time, because we will be hostile a lot. So that's good. Just some very nice buffs on these items. I like them. All right, we'll go with that, and I guess we might as well sell the machete there as well. All right, let's go back to our original shop, and let's just buy some really cool stuff for people. We could buy another legendary gloves if we wanted for Victor. Might not be bad. Now let's do that. Let's do that right now. There we go, Victor. Have a legendary glove. I would not mind buying a really nice boot for Harry. He is our least tanky member, or was, and that will make him our most tanky member, so he is now our damage dealer and our tank, which is fine. And we could give a decent piece of armor to Victor as well, which I would not mind. But his speech defense actually is lower than his armor right now, so we should probably give him the memento instead. The adventurer memento. 45 speech defense and 15 armor, as opposed to 45 armor and 15 speech defense. And speech defense in general is better than armor because it defends against both devious and friendly, as opposed to armor, which only defends against aggressive. So we'll give that to Victor. So now Victor and Harry are rather tanky, and Anna is going to be our backline sort of support. She's going to give us some stuns occasionally. She's going to finish up anyone who's low, and she'll do that, and she'll cheer from the background. She'll be a good cheerleader. That's not meant to be an insult, Anna. It's really not. Everyone needs a good cheerleader. There we go. Okay, and then we have all the status that we really can't do much with. So I guess we might as well buy this specialist back here. That gives us a... Oh, not this one. Not that one. That one doesn't help us at all now. This one here. There we go. Gives us an extra discovery whenever we resolve an encounter in an attitude of our choice, and we will pick aggressive. And because we have the campaign for it, we might as well also get an extra campaign when we resolve aggressively, an extra study when we resolve aggressively, and an extra collect if you resolve aggressively. There we go. We still have almost 2,000 campaign, but there's nothing else to do with it. I mean, we could buy more helpers. I guess there's no reason not to. But now we are getting extra renown from our research, so if we're going to buy anything, we should buy students. There we go. I don't think we can buy any more, can we? Oh, we can. Okay. There we go. All right. There's all our students. 1429 research from each study token. All right, cool. Let's go to our last expedition. We're close on Discovery Spotter again, which will give us another 10 points, which would be nice. That'll already almost put us up to the 128, which is our max so far that we've ever had in terms of points. And we are going to go to Shangri-La. We talked about this at the beginning of the run. Really want to do Shangri-La because we have never completed Shangri-La and gotten the treasure for having an aggressive group that also focuses on study. Now, there is a risk that with all of the studying gold I just got from my insight that we actually got more of something else. And that will be very embarrassing if that's how it happened. Well, I guess we'll see. I'm a little worried about that now that I mentioned it. We might have gotten so much campaign and so much gold that it will actually outweigh the amount of study we've gotten. That would be bad. Let's hope that's not the case. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. We're almost to 5,000 renown. A beautiful monastery. Looks like a place where you could get a good rest. You can rest in my garden. However, taking shelter here will lower your renown. We don't need any supplies, so there's no real reason to rest. We will get a resolve, though, which I wouldn't mind. We could try to converse with the monk, but if we fail, we'll lose a resolve. So I think I think we will stay. I don't really care about my resolve. The most that I care about is getting another 400, which we'll certainly do to get over the 5,000. After that, it doesn't really matter. And so I'll take the extra resolve and the supplies. Why not? Let's go. And here is our first key. We're going to go here, and then we're going to do a loop up and then back down, I think is the way to do it. The Cave of the Crane. This is where one's intelligence is tested. All right. It's Cassandra, the scientist of Rivalo's crew. She approaches you quickly and begins her plea. Explorer, please. I've been sent to get the Shambhala key, and the challenges in there befit me perfectly, yes? It's best for all of us if I go get it, or else it might get destroyed. No, we're going to get it. You are not going to get it, and we're going to defend our right to get it right now. We do get all of our extra rewards, of course, for solving this aggressively, which is very nice. And let's see here. Where's Cassandra? Way back there. All right. So we're going to solve this the same way we've solved, well, pretty much everything up till now. Step back here with Victor. Ooh, can't quite take this guy out in one shot. We'll hope we roll a little high. And we did. Very good. Now Cassandra is, or not Cassandra, Anna is certainly not going to be able to take this guy out in one shot, but we might have to have Harry help her, or we can just buff Harry anyway. We'll see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and help her out with Harry. And Harry, remember, is our tankiest crew member now because of those boots. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, Cassandra was so far away that I'm gonna wait and buff up her AoE later. We'll just take out these two, wait for Cassandra to get close, and then take them all out at the same time. Okay. A bit of a miss there. That was good for us. Hi, Merlin. Merlin is... I'm somewhat distracted because Merlin keeps meowing at me and trying to get up into my lap. My wife has gone to bed, which means I am the only one awake, which means he is suddenly willing to accept my company. It's strange how that works. It's just magically, all of a sudden, my company is good enough now. It's very odd. No other time is my company good enough, mind you. Any other time of his life, he doesn't want anything to do with me, and my wife is the only one he wants any attention from. But as soon as she goes to bed and there's no one else available in the house, it's like, oh, you're a fine human. You make a good lap, and I'm more than willing to accept your company. Very odd. It's not actually odd. I'm well aware how that works, but you know. Merlin, here, go over here. All right, we'll figure this out eventually. All right, okay. I think we've managed to figure this out now. All right, let's see how Harry can do against Cassandra. He didn't get to buff up last turn, which I would have liked to have done. So, you know what? I'm going to actually just step back with my crew. And let Harry buff. And get off a really good AoE next turn. Yeah, they're all together. This should be nice. We'll take one attack from Cassandra. And that was on our weakest member defensively, so didn't look too shabby. That looks a little pretty good. Still not enough to take him out, even with that 154 attack. You can see how difficult Shangri-La is, in fact. Man, and even that's not enough. We could buff her, though. You know what? Let's do that. We're gonna buff Anna up. That will heal her as well, and hopefully that will give her enough attack that this will take these guys out. Yeah, perfect. We should be able to finish off Cassandra without too many problems this turn. I think this might be the first time I've been to Shangri-La where I have not lost a resolve in this very first combat against one of Reveille's crew. I actually find this fight more difficult, generally, than the fight against all of his crew at the end sometimes. I'm not sure why that is. Alright, very nice. And we get all our extra rewards for solving aggressively. Okay, and we gotta go toward our challenge here. What is the most important elements for life? And of course, because Anna's a level 4 naturalist, she knows them all. Anna's our quiz leader, 85%. She shouldn't have a single problem answering these, in theory. Okay, good. We don't want to lose one of the keys at this point. It takes you about an hour, but Anna managed to find the correct answers to all the questions. And we get the Shambhala key. Let's grab it. And we will take 3 discovery. Yeah, that'll help our discovery collector. Oh, actually, we finished our discovery collector. Never mind. We actually got all the points possible for that one, so we're done. One second. I need to go check and see what Merlin's doing. I hear noises. I will be right back. Hello, everyone. I am back. I ended up getting involved in some stuff when I went to go check on the cat, and so I just stopped the episode, and I've restarted right now, and we'll just combine these two as 2 little mini episodes into one. So let's continue, shall we? I know I had about 15 minutes in the video about when I stopped, so we'll see how we do. We're gonna head up here to the next key. You see a light-footed demon running with a bag. A quick athlete may be able to catch it. 60%. We have 6 resolve. Let's go ahead and risk it. Okay, well, so much for that. Alright. Oh, Victor leveled up from falling into that rock, apparently. Adds a buff to crew members within the area of Peace Treaty that gives them 5 speech for 1 turn. Or Peace Treaty gains 25% power when your current attitude is aggressive. Well, we're typically aggressive, so we'll take that. And, just keep on our way up here. Some demons are guarding a mountain pass. You can engage them, or you can take a longer route. You know what? I just kind of want to get there. Let's just take the longer route. I have the supplies. I'm willing to spend them. Oh! Okay, an epic encounter. Interesting. You arrive at a place where one of the Shambhala keys is said to be hidden, Tiger Mountain. Old masters who'd perfected their martial arts are said to meet at the top of the mountain. We should have either a survivalist or a athlete. The athlete is going to be a little bit weaker because Victor's only 3 levels of athlete. Yeah, let's try to look for a hidden passage. 100% from survivalist, a combination of survivalist and rogue. Very nice. If they think you can keep a secret passage from the Great Harry, Seeker of United Kingdom, they are sorely mistaken. Harry finds a concealed passage through the mountains, which is relatively safe. And there's the Shambhala key. Yeah. There's no one around. Cool. And that's the one we really wanted. That's going to help our attack power. 25 renown for each level of naturalist, survivalist, and athlete. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take that. 325. That will make sure we get that famous buff. We probably would have anyway, but let's just take the points. And that does put us exactly at our previous record, 128. That's probably about where we're going to stop, because we're not going to be able to get the rest of this research collector, and we're certainly not going to get more naturalist team. So, yeah. Yep, that's probably about what we're going to get. Let's see what this, oh. Mount Kalish. With the recent demon infestation, the chosen ones need to climb the mountain and meditate on the problem. You find some supplies that previous travelers must have left behind. Okay. The first part of Mount Kalish stands before you. It's going to be a very tough climb, which will take a toll on your supplies. You aren't sure you're going to make it in one go. Who will lead the climb? Okay, so I can get a better chance if I use some supplies. Let's do that. And I think I'm going to do it one more time. We have the supplies. Let's just make sure. I mean, we could technically just get to 100% with one more supply. Let's do it. Or very close. 99%. That's fine. If we get that 1% chance, I don't know what to think. Alright, there we go. You finally reach the top of Mount Kalish. The crew looks around frantically for a solution to the demon invasion going on. Then Anna makes an unbelievable find. It's Padmasambhava? I'm sorry, I'm not Buddhist. Someone tell me how to pronounce that? Padmasambhava? Padmasambhava? I don't know. Chosen ones, and you in particular, Anna the Skeptic. Your inquisitive nature has led you to this fateful event. Can you call yourself Bodhisattva? Bodhisattva? I don't know, something like that. Enlightened in the path of the Buddha. Oh, we can make Anna a devout believer. Huh. It's kind of cool. We don't really want her to start encounters excited. We want them to start them confident, but it's kind of cool. I kind of want to do it just to see what happens. Let's do it. A very special Buddhist is born. Now, if the chosen ones come to visit me, that must mean the valleys are being overrun by demons. Yes? I see. Thank you for proving your worth. I've just turned all the demons into gold with my knowledge. Okay. You can collect them if you want with some of these magic berries, although all these pursuits are fruitless, of course. Of course they are. The demons turned into gold and magic berries? It can't get much weirder. Alright, cool. There's all the spots that demons were, apparently, that they are no longer. I mean, that's good to know. Before you descend, I want you to take the sacred token down to Earth. It should provoke the thoughts of all mortals. Okay. Now, I have actually gotten this before. It was actually in my treasure tracker. I do remember this event very vaguely. It's been a long time, but I remember it. Yeah, we'll take the 10 campaign, I guess. Sure. But it's still a cool event. You don't get it very often, and when you do, it basically makes all the fights in the whole area just give you treasure hunts, which is kind of cool. We probably could justify, like, wandering around and getting some of those. But I should probably go get the key first. Let's do our campfire. There's Victor's quest, finally. Victor's bravery stems from his military history. One crew member is determined to find out what happened. All expeditions unlock one level earlier. Well, okay, so much for that. Gain an item, the decorated rapier. You've yet to fully explore Himalayan peaks, but Victor is already bored. Has he given up his military career for this? He addresses the crew. What we need is a real challenge. He takes out a special box. And there's the decorated rapier. 10 attack power, 10 speech power, and gain the diplomat etiquette perk. Okay, that would be great if you got it like the first mission. It would be an insane buff, but the current item he's using is much, much better than that. It's a beautiful military rapier. Victor recounts how he gained this masterpiece for his bravery in the Crimean War. Okay, cool. Victor doesn't care if he's doing anything behind Biggerton's back. The crew is experienced enough to find its own challenges. Interesting. Patch Seagull Messengers to obtain information on all possible expeditions. Alright. Well, we've already done all the expeditions, so that didn't really help us, but I wanted to see it. I don't know if I've ever played that card. I don't play with Victor very often, unfortunately. Okay, let's just go get the key, and then if we want to wander around a little bit before we go to the end, we can do that. Nothing special there, and the last key. You arrive at the Temple of Yab Yum, the symbol of love. Your deepest desires can come to life here, okay? It's crawling with beautiful and charming people. Now, normally this takes either a quick thinker or a beguiler. We have neither, so this could be very difficult. Battle of Charms, 33%. This is what I was saving my tool for. 60% from Anna, just because she is dead serious about everything. That 35% there is going to make this possible. 85% chance. Let's do it. Very nice. Anna has wills of steel, and the beautiful people cannot keep Anna from reaching the other side of the room where she hits the gong. Alright. That should give us the last key. The Shambhala Key of Heart. There we go. And sure, 3 discovery. Why not? I know it doesn't help us anymore, but hey. We did manage to get 12 discovery so far on this mission. Ah, learning time. Excellent. We'll take another discovery. There we go. 13 discovery on this mission so far. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Now, yeah, let's go down here and try to pick up some supplies. A group of rivalous henchmen is running around frantically. We saw it. We saw a Yeti. You must hear me out. There's no such thing as a Yeti. No, you must hear me out. It's amazing, and we made some useful notes. You should come with us to find him. Okay. I don't know why we're fighting him for this. I'd like to go find a Yeti. Why are we disagreeing? Why don't we just say okay? I'm very confused. Is this one of those situations where we're just so conditioned into hating these guys that we don't want to believe them when they actually are going to help us with something? That's how I'm going to take it. That is how I'm going to take it. Yeah, okay. Bring Harry back and buff him up like usual. There's a decent grouping there. It's not as good as I was hoping, but that'll probably be the best we're going to get. So we'll take it. Oh wait, never mind. These guys haven't moved yet. Never mind. That's a pretty poor grouping. Maybe there'll be a new one after this guy moves. Unlikely I can get all 4 of those. Take out this guy with Anna, and we'll see how many people we can get in a cone. I'd like to get all 4 of these here, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Probably not. Yeah, no. We can maybe get 3 if we position correctly. Probably get 3 if we position correctly, but I'd love to get that cheerleader. The cheerleaders are really rough to deal with, honestly. And I'd like them to be gone. So you know what? I think I'm just going to take those 2 out. We'll let Victor take one of these guys out, and that will just leave him with 1 to deal with, plus the cheerleader that's behind him. This should heal Anna a little bit as well. Yep, there we go. Healed Anna and Victor all the way to full. Nice. Wow, long range on that cheerleader. Oh, because she's shooting us. That's awkward. I didn't think guns were a standard issue for cheerleaders. Oh, elite henchman. Never mind, that's not a cheerleader. I thought it was. I stand corrected. Well, fine. I mean, a light henchman, cheerleader, they're rather similar. One has pom-poms, one has guns. They, you know. Alright, more discovery that we won't be able to use. With the henchmen knocked out, you take their notes on the Yeti and some of their supplies. Okay. Alright, Hannah has leveled up. Experimentation gains 25% power when one of the targets is terrified, or 25% of Anna's speech power is added to experimentation's damage. We'll just take that. That's fine. Alright, let's look around a bit and see what we can get in terms of money. Okay, we got a treasure hunt. Okay, that's probably what every place that had a demon is going to be. That's my guess. Oh, a lucky Tibetan coin. Okay, 4 collect. We have 3 supply left. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. That would mean we do 1, 2, 3. That's probably the way to do it. Okay, go down here, get that treasure hunt, and then we'll just head back right away. I would have liked to try to find the Yeti. I've never managed to do it. But we just don't have the supplies. I did use my supplies a little bit nonsensically, which in retrospect I regret a little bit, but oh well. Let's go. Okay, we found the Sintamani. Those who touch it give it shape according to their nature. A simply mystical and amazing treasure. Some mystical spheres surround it. They probably disappear with the Shambhala keys. But Revelorn's crew come bursting in. It's time to go. Do we get our tactics for this, I wonder? Anna shows the Shambhala key of strength. Very nice. The key of heart. And of course, the key of mind. And we'll take a look at all those buffs again as soon as we get into combat. Alright, we're going to fight. And we do not get a tactical bonus against this fight. That's interesting. Okay, good to know. Which is okay. We don't really need it, probably. But it is interesting. Alright, so here's all our buffs. We get this 5 attack power and 10 armor from the Key of Strength, 5 speech power from the Key of Heart, and 15 speech defense from the Key of Mind. In addition, Anna has the Bodhisattva, which gives her extra spirit. So she's up to 81 HP. That's a lot. That's a lot of HP. Huh. Her speech defense is huge right now, too. 75. Wow. He's actually tankier speech-wise than any of our other members at the moment. Alright, let's see how we're doing. So what is Harry's damage to them right now? Okay, not amazing. Let's do our usual thing where we're going to back Harry up here and focus him. We will back Victor up, and we might as well just buff him up anyway. He's not doing anything else this turn. And we'll bring Anna back here somewhere. Okay. Now, the Ravos party has a tendency to split up and go their separate ways. Fortunately, it looks like they're not going to do so here. They're kind of all charging straight for us. But that is sort of somewhat unusual for them. A lot of times, Cassandra or Amir will sort of go around the corners and try to flank. I'm a little surprised they didn't do that, but it's good for us. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. So good. Alright, where do we want to stand to do this? Actually, where I was is probably about ideal. Maybe over here, though. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way, I suppose, but I really want to take Amir and Cassandra out first. Those are the ones that I usually am most concerned about. I'm going to get rid of Cassandra because that's 100%. The attack on Amir was only 80, and I didn't want to risk the miss and then having all 4 of these guys alive next turn. Anna cannot take out Amir, which is fine. That's okay. Decent damage on the AoE, actually. We'll just hit him. With the high defenses my party has right now, I'm not too concerned about one of them going down, but even if one does, we do have 5 resolve. And Amir is basically gone. And a nice miss on Harry. He does have a lot of grit. They're all going to focus him because of that AoE. I don't blame them. They don't want that to happen to them again. What they don't know is it's on cooldown for 3 turns. So, more the fool them, right? Let's see here. What do we want to do? Peace treaty. We could try peace treaty. Meh. I don't care that much. Let's just... Let's see, everything's 80% on Amir. Yeah, that's usually the case. Amir is very, very hard to hit compared to everyone else. I mean, 80% isn't hard, but... yeah, no wonder you missed. You fired in the exact opposite direction. That was somewhat astounding, Anna. Your last combat, and you're not making it very, very impressive. Remember, Harry gets the double tap. There we go. Should be able to take out Tommy next turn pretty easily, and then it'll just be Rivalo. Another miss from Tommy. Tommy misses a lot in this fight, I've noticed that. I do like to get rid of him just because it's annoying having him around, but he's typically not much of a threat, honestly. Yeah, okay. Probably won't take out Tommy, it's probably not going to be quite enough. Oh, never mind, it was. Nice. Alright. And we'll just start stabbing Rivalo. Or exploding him, maybe? What are we at for this? We're at 40 plus 75, so that's actually going to do more than her normal attack, probably. But we should probably try to terrify him. Just give him a little bit less attack in case he tries to switch to aggressive, which isn't uncommon for Rivalo. Not doing it yet. Alright. Victor's getting a tad low, which is slightly concerning. Double shot from Harry. We will bring in... You know what, we should probably hit him before we hit him with Anna. So if we hit him with Victor first, hopefully Anna's damage will supersede the aggro a little bit. That's my hope, at least. We'll see. If it's just going by amount of damage dealt, he should go for Harry, because Harry did a lot more damage to him than the other 2 did. But I know the calculation is slightly more complicated than that. Okay, he did an AoE. No big deal. Victor went down. That's okay. You know what I'm going to do, though, is move Victor over, or move Anna over here before I res Victor, because Victor has Inspiring Strike back up. I noticed last turn it was on a 1-turn cooldown. So this means that both Anna and Harry are within range of the heal. And Victor should be healed as well. There we go. Whole party at full. Nice little bit of health regain, that. We're just going to keep working on him. We lost 1 renown, or 1 resolve, I should say. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Another miss on Harry. Finally, all those dodge-ins is coming. 47% chance for Harry to dodge. Pretty good indeed. And this turn we should be able to finish him off, and hopefully we'll get a final treasure that I've never gotten before. That's the theory, at least. I hope we didn't get too much campaign or gold to actually cancel out the fact that we were focusing on science. It'd be a little embarrassing. All right, our last discovery we're probably gonna get. Actually, I wonder if we get a discovery for the last treasure as well. That would be kind of interesting. Okay, victory. It's yours to take, the Sintamani. As soon as you touch it, it will change according to how the ancestors see you. What will it become? The Emperor Snake. Good. That is one I have never gotten before. So this is the dangerous and intelligent. That's a cool looking one. I really like that. That's a very cool looking image. 30 renown for each discovery you got on this expedition so far. Wow. For each point of speech defense, 2 renowns. That's 400. 5 renown for each study you got. Okay, so there's 23 study times 5 is only going to be like 115. 16 discovery tokens times 30 is going to be 1848, 480. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's actually probably the best one, because this is only going to be 400. Yeah, 480, sure. Force through science. You've been judged to be cunning and dangerous like the Emperor Snake. This treasure will seal your rightful position as the world's most renowned explorer. All that remains is to go back to London and celebrate this event with the International Society. But first we have to go get the Emperor's Blessing. 130 points, that is our new record. Like I said, our previous one was 128. So we barely beat it, but we did beat it. And there's all our treasures, very nice. And some extra study, some extra collect, and some extra insight and compliance capacity, which isn't going to help us anymore, but we do have them. Almost, it's going to be over 2,500 renown for this expedition alone. Pretty good, especially considering that in the main game, you only need like 3,000 to win the game, just renown based, so this would have done it on its own, essentially. And for one of these, the Key of Mind, I believe, we didn't even take the renown reward that we could have. We took 3 discovery. So we definitely could have made 3,000 renown just on this expedition. Pretty good. Alright, the Emperor sent you a final challenge. Hear your most entertaining insult. Of course, that's a trap, and we know it. The Emperor is going to choose his blessing. Let's go talk to him. Wow, what an adventure the two of you had. Those stories in your 3rd expedition were hilarious, and I lost some bets on that last expedition to Anna. But let's continue. Are you ready to compete for your final title? Sure. Please say something nice. Anna is not a nice person, so she's just gonna say no. At least Rivlo tried. I mean, you gotta give him points for that, right? Let's not award points for this, the Emperor says. It would diminish your actual spectacular achievements during your campaigns. Let's get to the part where I bestow my blessing. And we definitely got it. There's no way Rivalo got anywhere close to this. I am not concerned. Yep, there we go. Less than half. We creamed Rivalo. He only needed 1 more point for it to be half, but he didn't quite get there. Very nice indeed. There's all of our treasures, and yeah, okay, very nice. Very nice. Back to the main menu. Let's take a look at the leaderboards real quick. And Emperor's Challenge, that's correct, yes. And this was... Oh no, DLC installed, Emperor's Challenge, right. Why is it not all showing up? I guess this is... Oh, that's a different one. Oh, this is a different run. I didn't realize we actually got 130 before once. Yeah, because we got 130 points right here. That's interesting. Here we go. Okay, so we actually, 130 was our high score. We tied it. We exactly tied it. But the focus here on science, we got a lot more science than this crew did. Even though they got the same amount of points, essentially. They were focused on discovery first and then research. This was the opposite. Very interesting. And that was a devious crew as opposed to an aggressive crew. They must have gone to Lost Island. Ah, yeah, that was the one where I just skipped out after I got the oscillator. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. That was a very successful run. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more content from me in the future, please subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And check out my Twitter for news and details on upcoming stuff. I hope to see you around for the next run of Renowned Explorers, and I will see you then. Goodbye.